We have anchor Ed Dranch with us this morning. Ed, you've been up super early. Things have been changing as we're talking. What's the latest on all this with coronavirus?
You know, you mentioned yesterday's press conference with Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz at the top of the show, where we found out that at that point, 3 people had tested positive for the coronavirus. But at this point, we now know there are a total of 7 people in Erie County.
There are 7 now.
7 total cases confirmed in Erie County. There are a number of people who are still being tested, a number of people who are quarantined still. There's at least one person who is being quarantined under mandatory circumstances, meaning that by law, that person has to be within their own home, isolated away from the general public. We're also learning at this point that 2 people, we don't know if they're part of the 7 or others, at least one of them works for M&T Bank. They do not have any interaction with customers, though they work for the corporation. And we're also learning that one person works for Tops Friendly Markets. Also, one of those people don't have they are one of those people who don't have interactions with customers. So bottom line is these people are around a lot of others, and the Erie County executive and the health department and a lot of their investigators are now trying to figure out who these people have had interactions with, because at the end of the day, the virus is spreading, and if they can figure out who they need to contain, that's really what they want to do.
You know, I think it finally has come to everybody's attention that you need to this is not just a casual thing. We have to take it to the next step. And now we spoke to someone recently about the anxiety that kind of comes with this, and talking to your kids about it, you know. And here we have some tips for you, the coronavirus stress reducers. And we can see what people say here. Practice stress relievers, meditation, music, outside walks, massage. Avoid fear-mongering people. That's a great idea. Some news sources, the ones that are not reliable. Plan reasonably, for sure. These are really good ideas. And as we were telling you at the very top of the show, we now have asked you on Facebook, now that the kids are home, they're going to be home for quite a while, what should we do with them? And people have some great ideas. One grandmother said she's going to teach her grandson how to bake bread. Right? She goes, this way he's going to get math, science, and getting his fingers all gooey, and it'll be great.
Skill for life. You know, we're actually posting on Facebook as well, in the news side of things, asking for a lot of people to chime in here. What are you doing with your kids?
Right.
We're asking to see and tell, basically, so that we can share with other people within the community to see, you know, what exactly is going on within your home. Are you doing something unique? Are you doing something different? We'd love to see those videos so that we can share them with everyone else. You know, whether it's your child who's doing a lesson plan that might have been sent home from school, or is it something that you might be instilling them, a life lesson that they're learning from you?
Yeah, and people are being really great about us checking in on the elderly, just because they're going to be very compromised. So, you know, they're going to have to stay home and not be very social. So a lot of people saying, pick up the phone, you know, call your relatives, or call your friends, call your neighbors. And that's a great idea. And this just came in out of an abundance of caution. The New York State Maple Producers has decided to cancel Maple Weekend, which was coming up this weekend and next weekend at all different locations across New York State. So if you wanted to take the kids to that unfortunately is not going to be an option this weekend.
You're going to see a lot of that. And we also learning from Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz that, you know, during the weekend, it was St. Patrick's Day weekend this past weekend, a lot of the bars were adhering to that half capacity mandate from the governor. There's a cap at basically 250 people, but the CDC is recommending that you don't go to anything with more than 50 people. Because of the way that this virus is spreading. That social distancing is so important. In fact, we're also learning that a lot of gyms are closing as well.
Yes.
We know Biker Bar is closed after today's 10:30 class. Revolution is closed. Right, exactly.
No sweating on people.
Revolution on Main Street is closed all week. There are a number of places that are, you know, already taking precautions, but then going that extra mile to make sure that everyone else is safe.
Now, did you read this in the paper about the guy who was hoarding the hand sanitizer? He ended up with 17,000 units. And then they said, no, you're not going to do that, and you're not going to gouge it, and you're not going to resell it.
They shut him down.
They shut him down. I was
you know
I'm
what,
sorry. I don't feel sorry for someone like that at all.
I don't either. And the bottom line is that everyone needs this. Like, I mean, like, let's put this into perspective. No one says go buy all this hand sanitizer. No one's saying hoard toilet paper. What we need to instill is that there shouldn't be this panic buying.
No.
You just need to take common sense. Wash your hands, cough in your
Right.
sleeve, and at the end of the day, that's how we stop the virus from
That's what we're
spreading.
going to do. Well said.
Thank you.
All right, hopefully I'll see you at the end of the show.
Actually, you know who you're going to see in Madison?
Oh, Madison's back. Okay, fantastic. Great. Well, I'll tell you, everybody is at the, our newsroom is being very, very careful,
Yeah.
but we are at full capacity for you folks. Just as we go to break, I want to let you know that you can certainly go to our website and all our digital media to get the latest on what's going on with coronavirus. And of course, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back right after this.